Well, John, thoughts of the game?
I didn't think we played very well the first two periods. I thought they were taking it to it. I told sat down with the game. If there was any justice, they would have won this game. I thought they played better than us in the first two periods. They had better chances. They were bumping us. They played harder. We were dipsy doing around. We still looked like we were in Denver, I thought. You know, with a couple of changes to the lines in the third period, and we come out and thought we played really, really well. You know, we outshoot them 15-4 in the third period, and that gets us the tying goal, and then we get the winner with Coleman making a great play. Nieto went hard to the net on that play, and that caused the guy to have to play him, gave Holman much more time. So it was a nice jump up by McGregor to get the puck up to Holman too. So on the last play, Nieto doesn't get a point on it, doesn't get an assist or anything, but he's the one that really helped out of the goal. And Casey got a lot of poise and put it where he had to put it. I thought our goaltender played very well. I thought Sean, he likes playing at the Agganis Arena. Obviously, he's played very well here. But I don't think we were. The only way I can put it is I really liked our team in the third period, and I didn't like our team too much in the first. And you know, when you only play one, when I only like the team for one period, usually you don't get the W. But we were resilient. We played hard, and we didn't sit back and say, "Okay, now, you know, this is not going our way." We made sure they went out and made it work in the third period.
What helped your team turn it on in the third, other than power play opportunities?
I think the power play got us going because we got opportunities. Then we got opportunities in the power play, and then we got some great chances on it. And I think we kind of wore them out a little bit on that. Other than that, I would say there was just we went to three lines. It was a much quicker pace with the three lines going 1-2-3, 1-2-3. We changed a couple lines around. We took Santana off the fourth line, put him back on the third with Benny. We put Nieto up on the first line. Made some changes with that. I thought that line played very well once we made that change. Nice to have Grizzlick back. Thought he played well tonight in his first game back after being somewhat tired after where he's been. And I don't see anything that was a turning point in the game, other than the fact that the third period we started to play harder, and we may have put them back on their heels because we didn't get power play opportunities in the third. We got 3 power play opportunities in the third, and that puts them on their heels.
You had a very satisfying first half, especially with the young team, I thought. It's starting to look like maybe the time off was something you didn't really need. You had what on TV it seemed to me like your weakest game of the year. I watched the Denver game and then finally got it going tonight, but it took a little while. So did the time off work against you a little bit?
I think so. Well, it's not just the time off. You know, when you're going well, you don't want to take a break. But we had one of the longest breaks around. You know, we stopped playing. Our last game was December 8th. I think Denver played on the 15th, for example, and another week later. We had guys who were traveling from different places to get to Denver, so it was a little bit more difficult for us that way. If I had to do all over again, I probably would have flown everybody back to Boston for us to practice here instead of. It was almost like we were on vacation out there, you know. And it was a long time to be out there waiting to play one game. But we still had that bit of a hangover tonight. RPI is a very good team. They're a storied program, and because we don't see them enough, our guys don't know how good they are. And I think it took them. They get shocked at the way RPI bumped them all over the place and outplayed them in the first 2 periods. We started to come on a little bit in the second period. We outshot them in the second period, but even then it was if it wasn't for the fact we get 5 power plays, they only get 1. That really helps us out because they got tired doing that and they had to kill 5 by, and they were all 3 of them were in the third period. So I like my team in the third. See what happens.
Might those line changes toward the end lead to something more permanent, looking at Harvard and Merrimack next week?
It all depends. You know, I'm not sure what's going to happen with Megan, so we're hoping he'll be ready for Harvard, and that'll change things. But we'll take a good look at it. Some guys we really need to play well didn't play well tonight.
How much do you think you missed Megan as a scorer and as a captain tonight?
I think we missed him in both areas. He gets goals for us, and he's a team leader that, and he gives us, you put him on the first line left wing, and everybody else goes down the wing, and all of a sudden, all four lines are a little bit stronger, so. And they take, and they lost a real good forward. They had a real good forward out tonight, too, and they had a real good defenseman out tonight, too. It's not like we were the only ones that had guys out of the lineup, but it was almost like the exact, we were a mirror of each other that way, But give them credit, they battled until they got legless, I thought they battled until they got tired.
That's, Santana could have had a hat trick tonight, maybe. He bats one out of the air for a goal, and
Yeah.
probably his best game of the year.
Yeah, I thought he played real well, real well. He played on two different lines too, so he did a lot of ways too.
How excited was Moscatel to get in the lineup?
I think he was excited and he played well, I felt bad about shorting the bench in the third because he played very well, He played hard, he bumped guys, he made some nice plays, he got the puck out of the zone. He did all the things you'd like a fourth liner to do, and he was very noticeable on a positive thing. I thought he was one of them. In fact, especially the first period, I thought our third and fourth lines were way better than our first and second lines, way better. So we got Moran, and I thought all of them played. I thought Matt Lane played better tonight. I thought he had some energy, but we didn't get what we need out of some guys on our first two lines.
Well, Holman, of course, gets the game-winning goal. You talk about like his progression. I mean, obviously he's been doing it all year for you this year, and how he's kind of stepped into that role that he has that poise to wait like those 5 seconds as he's coming in to get that goal.
Yeah, I think well, first of all, he's always been a good offensive player wherever he's been. That's why we recruited him. He struggled last year being a third line center. Didn't, I should be on the power play. I should be on the first two lines. He was an 18-year-old freshman coming in. He was getting pushed around a little. He's much stronger now. He's much faster now. And he's much more confident now.
All right, thanks.